During my very high-risk pregnancy, my wonderful friends who had been pregnant before me came over and dropped just a pile of books for me to read because I was stuck at home on modified activity restrictions. I wasn't able to work, and they gave me something to do, and they loved these books, and they rated them very highly and said, "You're gonna love it." And I remember flipping through them and going, there's nothing in here for me. There's like maybe a page or two about high-risk pregnancies, and it's all things that I already knew, because while these books were talking about the generics of high-risk pregnancy, I was scouring PubMed looking for articles on low PAP-A and what that meant for my baby and the future of my pregnancy. Like, so specific, right? So the books weren't very helpful. And I found online forums or even online articles just of other stories weren't that helpful either, because they were terrifying to me. That's not to say that those people's experiences weren't real or deserved to be told. Of course they did. But when I was fighting for my child, I didn't want to be scared of what could happen wrong. My brain was already handling that very well. What I wanted was information that was also going to give me hope about our future. I wanted the two together. And truth be told, I never really found that for high-risk pregnancies anywhere. And honestly, we're still a footnote right now. And yes, I still say we, because the high-risk pregnancy journey isn't necessarily over just because your baby comes home or is a toddler or is in school or is a teenager. It doesn't just magically end. Sometimes the journey can last a lifetime, and we have to be honest with ourselves about that. My experience, my personal experience, has shown me how much I want people like you and me to experience, one, that you can influence the course of your pregnancy even when you're high risk, beyond just the clinical aspect of going to your medical appointments and taking those medical measures. Those are important, but there's more you can do. Two, that the health and the life impacts of chronic and traumatic stress because of your experiences can stop with you and not be passed on to future generations. And three, that you have a place to belong that's outside of that clinical world. I know you need medical care. I literally lived at my MFM's office for weeks until I moved into the hospital for the last 2 weeks of my pregnancy. I know that. I know the medical care is necessary. But that clinical experience isn't your only one. It should not be the one that defines your experience and your memories of your high-risk pregnancy. You are more than an incubator. You are more than a test tube. You are more than the vessel through which you are bringing this child into the world. You are still a whole person. And for all of these reasons, that's why I created Ruvelle. We've got so many resources just for you, from a robust trauma-informed library to a gentle gathering place to on-demand classes to help you begin your somatic recovery journey to improve your health. We have got you covered at Ruvelle, because I know what it's like to not have these resources, and I didn't want that for you anymore. It is long past time somebody's created this for us. You deserve a place to belong even when you're high risk. Become a member and let us walk with you on your journey wherever you find yourself today. You can register at ruvelle.com/experience.